can't. The police are here.
Like I said, you are on a private land.
I don't know why you keep shouting at me.
You are not allowed to film
why you keep
or
shouting at me?
record anything.
What's going on?
So basically, I've come in to document the public information.
Okay.
And they've called you guys for that. I don't understand why.
What are you documenting the public information?
So I like to share what local training and employment opportunities are available for particular job centres. I travel all over the country doing this, as you can probably imagine, and it's what I do. I'm well frequented with what the job centre policy is, so much so that I have a copy of the memo that was sent out to all job centres in relation to people filming in job centres. I've also got the G4S training guide, so I know what their training is and how they should handle situations such as this. And they've been absolutely appalling. The lady keeps shouting at me, like, despite me speaking to them as I'm speaking to you guys right now. I've remained calm, polite and respectful at all times, and they keep wanting to escalate things for some reason.
Okay.
And that's pretty much.
Yes. Because they've asked you twice to leave now, apparently.
Right.
How long have you been in here yourself?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. I think in that 20-minute period, you should have done what you wanted.
I wasn't able to. They prevented me. They had surrounded me. I couldn't do that.
So what are you actually trying to achieve?
So I have viewers.
Credit for this footage goes to the laughing auditor. Make sure to check out his channel and support the great work he's doing. Welcome back, folks. This is the place where we break down real-world encounters to help you better understand your rights. Today's case takes us to a job centre in Bridgend, United Kingdom, where a citizen journalist, known as the laughing auditor, finds himself in a tense back and forth with staff and police. But this isn't just about confrontation, it's a lesson. We'll pause along the way to explain the key legal issues at play, especially the grey area of filming in locations that are open to the public, yet still sit on private property. So, what really happens when you try? Let's break it down.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, my love.
We do not give you permission to film here.
I appreciate you saying that, but I don't need your permission, I'm afraid.
This is a private land.
It's a public place, so everywhere, pretty much everywhere in the UK is private land.
And we have the right to restrict filming.
No, not in a public place, you don't.
We do not allow filming and audio recording on our premises without permission.
Yeah,
this is a private land.
You're reading your training, well done. You're the first person I've seen do that, thank you.
But can you just stop filming and we will be able to see you and discuss what you have to?
I can't stop filming, I'm afraid. As I say, it's protected under the Human Rights Charter. It is, of course it is.
You can hear the other individuals.
That's not my fault.
The moment the laughing auditor sets up his camera, the challenge begins. A security guard steps in with a simple rule: no recording in the building. The auditor pushes back, and the standoff is on. Here's the first key point. This job centre sits on what's called publicly accessible private land. It's owned or leased by the Department for Work and Pensions, the DWP, but because it provides a public service, the public has an implied right of access. Now, the DWP does have policies in place, including a ban on filming without permission. But here's the catch: a policy is not the same as a law. A policy is a request, not a legal prohibition against the public. The auditor leans on that distinction, insisting that internal rules don't override his legal rights. And then, he flips the script, turning the spotlight back on the guard, questioning whether he's actually following the law under his SIA license requirements.
Name and your details.
That's not required.
Book an appointment.
It's not required for what I'm here to do, for my business that I'm about to conduct here.
So what is your business then? Can you just please explain?
So I go about the places of public interest. Well, what do you want me to do? You ask me questions, and I'm trying to answer your questions, and I'm being very polite, I'm being very cordial, I'm not raising my voice, okay, and I'm trying to be as open as possible in what I'm doing here today.
And I'm openly asking you to leave.
And again, I'm
because you are not supposed to be recording here or filming people.
Again, that's what you would like, but I don't have to do what you tell me, unfortunately for you.
Outside the doors, but when you step in here, it's private land.
Yeah.
Again,
it's a public
place.
How many times I can explain
an appointment to come?
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not at this job centre.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes.
So the computers are there for public use?
Only for jobs.
Okay,
yeah.
so the public can come in and use them, correct?
If they ask.
If they ask, right, okay.
So what if you come in and someone's using the computer, you're filming what they're on?
What?
So you are breaching someone else's private space?
Well, I'm not bound by GDPR.
And you wouldn't comply to GDPR
I'm not bound. If you let me finish, I'm not bound by GDPR.
No, can you just please leave, sir?
Again, I'll go when I'm finished doing what I'm doing here today.
No, you are
just
not
here.
going to go
I'm not here for the
past.
service units. I'm just here to see what's on your notice boards, to see what local services are available and what local employment opportunities are
Have you
available.
got any written permission from someone to do
Again,
this?
in a public place, I do not need permission.
No, you are on a private
Do you want to see the
land.
memo? Do you want to see the memo? I've got a copy of it, and it'll tell you that you can't do
Sorry,
anything
sir.
about it.
If you are failing to leave now, I will have to call the police.
Why? What crime's been committed?
The auditor fires back with a sharp point: failure to display an SIA license. It's not on public display, my friend. And here's why that matters. Under the Private Security Industry Act of 2001, every frontline security officer is legally required to wear their license where the public can see it while they're on duty. Not doing so isn't just bending a rule, it's actually a criminal offence. The penalties are serious: up to 6 months behind bars or, in England and Wales, an unlimited fine. What the auditor is doing here is clever, shifting attention from the centre's filming policy to the fact that their own staff might be breaching actual law. The manager pushes back, standing firm with a familiar argument: this is private land. We can restrict filming.
I
I'm
never
not shouting.
shouted at
Listen,
you.
trust me.
I politely explained
The,
to you
the
and asked
viewers
you to
know
leave
when
the premises.
I'm shouting, I'm shouting. At this moment in time, I'm being very reserved. Normally, I'm a lot shorter than this, and I'm trying to be as polite and respectful as possible.
Can you just
okay?
leave your name and
No.
all the details, and I'll contact you?
Okay, I'll give you my name. Okay, it's first name Nunya, second name Business. There you go. That's my name. Capiche? Hey! Can we finish
As I
here?
said, can you just stop filming, please?
No, thank you.
You are right. Can you please leave?
No, thank you. I'll
Like
go when
I
I'm
said,
ready.
you are not allowed to film or record anything on the private land.
We're going round in circles here. Do you not think? Now, like, at some point, something's got to give, okay? I maintain that I am allowed within this public place to record and exercise my human rights.
You are not allowed.
I am.
No, you're
100%.
not allowed. You
Freedom
are
of
on a
expression.
private land, sir.
I am allowed to, as I see fit, receive and impart information. It's freedom of the press, it's freedom of speech, freedom of expression. There's so many sort of human rights that come into it, you don't even know where to begin. So, unfortunately for you, I'm staying in the public area.
No, you're not.
I have no
Like
interest.
I said, this is private land. You are not allowed to record or film
I am.
or do this
It's a
here.
public place.
And can you just please leave?
It's a public place. No, thank you. Again, as I say,
please
I'm
leave.
being as polite and respectful as possible. If you want to phone the police, by all means, phone the police.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't like to go there, but unfortunately, I will have to do it.
Well, we're at an impasse then, I'm afraid. Public information, it's on public display. The same thing,
Right.
not QR
If you
codes,
put the
plastic.
camera down,
No.
I can take you through everything.
At this moment in time, I fear for my safety, so I'm now.
I'm fearing for my safety.
Why? I've been perfectly
when
polite to you.
You are, throwing hands.
I've been throwing hands. What are you talking
and
about?
swearing. Swearing at my guard.
I swore, did I?
Yes,
What did
you
I
did.
say? What did I say that was swearing?
Well, you clearly recorded it.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying. I didn't swear at him at all. I'm very careful with my language. Okay? I think what you heard was I called him a melt. That's not a swear word, as far as I can.
The auditor shifts gears and invokes human rights. Specifically, the Human Rights Act of 1998, Article 10, which protects freedom of expression, the right to hold opinions and to receive and impart information without interference from public authorities. He frames his filming as journalism, documenting and sharing information about a public service. That's a powerful argument, because while Article 10 isn't absolute, any restriction has to be lawful, necessary, and proportionate. A simple "it's our policy" from the manager may not meet that threshold. Then comes the real turning point: the police arrive. Staff believe refusal to leave equals trespass, meaning officers can now drag him out. But here's the catch: that's a common misunderstanding of trespass law, and it's about to matter.
Document the public information.
Okay.
And they've called you guys
Okay.
for that. I don't understand why.
What are you documenting the public information?
So I like to share what local training and employment opportunities are available for particular job centres. I travel all over the country doing this, as you can probably imagine. That's what I do. I'm well frequented with what the job centre policy is, so much so that I have a copy of the memo that was sent out to all job centres in relation to people filming in job centres. I've also got the G4S training guide, so I know what their training is and how they should handle situations such as this.
Yeah.
And they've been absolutely appalling. The lady keeps shouting at me. Like, despite me speaking to them as I'm speaking to you guys right now, I've remained calm, polite, and respectful at all times. And they keep wanting to escalate things for some reason.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I've said to them, if they just let me film the leaflets, I would have been gone by now.
I know, I get that, but obviously you can understand that a lot of people in this premises are having private conversations about their employment and stuff like that, which is why they're obviously hesitant about the video camera potentially picking up private information.
I understand.
So can you understand where they're coming from with that?
I can understand, but the obligation is on them to protect those conversations, not on me.
Okay.
And every job centre is the same. So no matter which job centre you go into in the country, the layout is always the same. The public area is a wooden floor.
Yeah.
The private area is carpeted, and it's the same in every job centre all over the country.
Okay.
And I always stay within the public area. It's publicly accessible. It's a public place. I'm well within my rights to come and document whatever public information is available. There's QR codes everywhere, for goodness sake. How on earth are you supposed to scan QR codes if you're not allowed to use your camera? It just doesn't make sense.
Okay. So what's the reason you're still here now then?
Because I've not been allowed to film this, and then they said
Is that all you want to do, is film that?
pretty much, I told them that. So it says to them. And she said that she phoned the police, and it's publicly accessible, my friend.
Have you done what you needed to do?
Not yet, no, I've been prevented, and then I told you guys we're getting closer.
In England and Wales, simple trespass is almost always a civil matter, not a crime. That means police cannot arrest someone just for it. Their role is limited to preventing a breach of the peace. Since the auditor stayed calm and polite, there was no risk of that. Officers could ask him to leave, but they had no power to physically remove him unless he crossed into criminal behaviour, like being abusive or causing damage. The newer trespass powers you may have heard about under the Police, Crime, Sentencing, and Courts Act 2022 only apply to specific cases, like unauthorised encampments with vehicles and major disruption. That clearly didn't apply here. The turning point came when the second officer spoke up. He acknowledged, "You're well within your rights to film inside this building. These signs are unlawful." That was the correct reading of the law. He recognized that DWP policy isn't the same as legal authority, and that the auditor's calm filming wasn't a criminal issue. A deal was struck. The auditor filmed the public notice boards and then agreed to leave.